You're listening to Drinks and a Movie with your host, Rudy. Spoiler alert.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Drinks and a Movie podcast. We're back here. Chris is with me co-hosting. We're talking Scream, the 2022 Scream.
Yeah.
The requel. Continuing our Scream series for the Halloween season. We are 1 week until the big day. Before we get into this movie, we've got something super special here, everybody. It's weird to do this without the headphones on.
Right.
We're drinking Fortaleza Anejo, one of the best tequilas in the game. Man, this is like caramel dark, almost like a very young whiskey. So I'm super stoked. You actually got this for me for my birthday. I appreciate it so much. We're breaking the seal. Ooh, that cork is real soft. That's a little worrisome.
Oh, no.
We'll do just a little bit. Just a little guy here.
I love this stuff. We used to burn through it, and now it's hard to get.
Yeah, really tough to get. They're all pretty expensive, too. I don't know how much the Añejo goes for nowadays, but a lot, I imagine. Yeah, and funny enough, so I've been a fan of like Fortaleza for years now, and it sucks that now, on one hand, it's great that a lot of people are like into it now, but at the same time, it also kind of sucks.
Yeah,
because
the prices are like through the roof. It's hard to get.
Yeah.
Everybody wants it.
Funny enough, I've actually never tried the Añejo though, so this will be my first time. I've had the Blanco many times. The Reposado is always my go-to.
Yeah.
So I have that. I got a couple bottles of that, and I have the Winter Blend. That was always really good.
Ooh, you got the Winter Blend?
Yeah, 2021. Like before, they were like $500,
which is insane now.
Yeah. So first time with the Añejo here, 80 proof, 100% blue agave. So this smells like pretty. I mean, we just broke the seal, so I don't know if that's a factor, but it's very dark. The color is like a nice kind of light honey.
It looks like butterscotchy kind of.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't say here how long they age it. Being Añejo, we know it's been aged for over 6 months, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But this is pretty dark, so it's definitely been in the barrel for a while.
I know.
And I mentioned that because I don't smell any like influence from the barrel on the nose. It still smells like very earthy and grassy. Like I'm not really picking up on like oak or caramel, considering the color. Just super like soily.
Yeah. Well, they say, so Fortaleza, it's aged 18 months in American oak barrels.
Okay, there you go.
Longer than the standard aging. That's why the color is so nice and deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's going to be caramel, vanilla, butterscotch, cooked agave, and a little bit of citrus, and dried fruit.
All right, well, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers. Hot.
Really? That's a lot?
No, I mean, no. For me, yeah, because you know me. I'm a light drinker. I don't drink.
Dang. So I gotta say, like, first impression, it's pretty light and kind of weak, to be honest, but the flavor is coming more on the back end. So first drink of the day, getting acclimated. So let's go for sip 2, then I'll talk about it a little more. Just coating the whole tongue. Yeah, I mean,
it is really light. It's not like caramelly. It's not like...
it's super light and kind of like watery on the front end. And then the spice starts to kind of like work its way out. Like now I'm feeling a little bit of the spice come out. It's definitely earthy. You know, it does remind me a little more of a Blanco. But on the back end and the finish, I feel is where it kind of shines a little bit. Because now I'm still getting a finish, and this is where the sweeter notes are coming out. Like still not really any oak, but a little bit of the vanilla, a hint of that kind of like butterscotchiness. But not too much. I feel like I actually surprisingly got less of that on the second sip.
Yeah. This is definitely one like I would keep in the fridge. I would not have over ice because it's already tasting kind of like thin.
I thought it'd have a lot more depth to it. I'm like really surprised. And I see now why like I think everyone gravitates more towards the Reposado. Like that one is kind of the
go-to for everybody,
And I wonder if this needs some opening up time, like, you know, like a bourbons typically do, or wines, where maybe it needs a little time to aerate.
Like air and like
see if those flavors come out. But that's kind of surprising. I thought there'd be a lot more depth on like the front, but it's good. I mean, it's good tequila. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just like, wish these were easier to.
I was expecting, yeah, you think it's gonna be something completely different, but the ending is nice, and I could definitely sip on this one.
Yeah, I mean it's super easy going. Like people that like to use the word smooth. I mean, this is 100% smooth. Like I know you said it was hot, but at least for me, not.
First sip was,
Like yeah, first sip of the day we'll do that.
Woo.
But like going down, like no zero burn at all. I actually like could use a little more.
You like give it to
honestly,
me.
yeah. But yeah, all right, Fortaleza Anejo. I'm gonna leave a little more in my glass so we can sip as we go, and maybe I'll talk about it a little more later. But here we go. So we're finally on to Scream 5, 2022.
This isn't funny, Amber.
Would you like to play a game, Tara?
Doors unlocked. All doors locked. Doors unlocked.
Hello?
It's happening. 3 attacks so far. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
Something about this one just feels different.
Samantha? I know who you are. I've been through this a lot. This is your life now, which means that whoever this is going to keep coming for you. You ready for this? Never.
Oh, stop! Wait! There's certain rules to surviving.
The attacks were all on people related to the original killers.
Whatever his link is to our past, it's pulled us all back here. And I won't sleep until he's in the ground.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
This was a movie that when it was announced, I was not really feeling it because I was a big fan of the rest of the franchise. And with Scream 4, it was already like, 10 years later or whatever, but at least that had Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson. This one was like post Wes Craven's death. I think he passed away in 2015. So I remember being a little concerned about that. And I gotta say though, I really enjoyed it. I saw it in theaters. I really dug it, and rewatching it again, I hadn't seen it in a while. It's a good one, man. It's another banger. Like they just keep delivering, and it's it nails the whole requel idea, with like Halloween 2018. And even in the title, I remember being annoyed that it wasn't just called Scream 5. And then it kind of dawned on me like, all right, I see why they're doing this. It's part of the theme. And yeah, I think they just check all the boxes once again. They hit all the kind of now modern, like I love in the opening scene, very similar to the original movie, but now they're talking about like elevated horror, which I thought was hilarious because I've always hated that term. Like I think I hate that just as much as I hate like the term torture porn.
Yeah, it's like silly. It's like why? Okay, elevated horror. No, it's
yeah. Like you got to make yourself feel better by saying,
"Oh,
it's more thoughtful."
Yeah, exactly. Like stop.
Yeah, we all love our sleazy horror and our, and there's always been elevated horror, for lack of it. Like that's not a new thing. But I thought that was really funny to kind of bring that up in the beginning with the quiz again.
Yeah.
And, what was your, I guess, initial take on this one?
Initial time watching it. I remember when it came out, I was like, I'm not seeing that shit. I don't care about any of the Scream movies. I loved this movie. This movie was so fun. I mean, I have to say, I'm really disappointed I waited so long for all of these. And now that I understood more what the Scream franchise is about, this movie, like, it was so good. And I had it like, smacked it. And then like learning about more about the directors and this, that, the other. And it is what Wes Craven's like first film that he's not involved in.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure you were probably like, what the heck? But this, it was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
They did a really good job kind of updating it, but at the same time somewhat sticking to the formula, subverting certain expectations, like really well done. I like the cast in this movie for the most part, and we have to throw out like what's her name, Mikey Madison,
like what the
who
hell?
would go on to win an Oscar. Like, and this was like,
Insane.
because I remember I've never seen or heard of her before. Then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, obviously the famous like flamethrower scene. Then this soon after, and I'm oh, I guess we're gonna see this girl a lot. But also, it's like okay, she's just in a Scream movie. And then who'd have thought, like just a few years later, Academy Award winner.
That's insane.
Like talk about a good career trajectory.
Like how? I mean, that's crazy. That's amazing. But you know what I think was one of my favorite parts is if she got killed. I mean,
Gets burned up again. Yeah.
Again, I was like, wow.
It almost made me wonder if
like,
it
did
was
they do that
like,
on purpose?
yeah, right. If they were like, hey, we need to change this kill because of this movie, or like how long from each other were they
Exactly.
shot.
Because I was just like, was that done on purpose or not?
Yeah.
I don't know though. But yeah, insane.
And I do like Jack Quaid, you know, from The Boys as Richie Kirsch, the boyfriend. We bring back Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox and David Arquette, which is awesome. I gotta say though, the main like kind of lead actress, what's her name, Melissa Barrera. Man, I don't know. I think her acting leaves a bit to be desired. How'd you feel about that? I wanted to talk about that before, but I wanted to wait for the recording. There's just some monologues that I'm like, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it.
I think because there's just something about her. Okay, so I don't know how to. I can't remember the actress from Terrifier.
Lauren Lavera or something like that.
Laura LeVay or something. Yeah. Those two look so similar to me. And
really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You need to look at them side by side. Where's my phone?
I can kind of see it maybe, but
I wish Laura LeVay
was in this.
Yeah,
I would have been down with that. That would have been great
because she would have just. I don't know. I understand what you're saying about her as an actress. It's just not clicking for me. I don't know why. The only movie that I really loved her in was My Monster because she was like really unhinged in that.
Okay.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying with that. It's just not, it's just not there.
Yeah, there were just some, again, monologues and line deliveries that and maybe some of it is also in the writing. I don't know. I just think about the scene of her talking to Jenna Ortega in the hospital. And she's like, and then I did every drug known to man. And I did all the drugs because I'm my dad or whatever. I remember just being like, this is kind of cheesy.
No, 100. I remember I thought there was like, okay. And so fucking what? Like, yeah.
And maybe it is the writing because I think the writing was also like, no, I don't know. But I guess she is, I don't know, opening up to her sister. I don't know. But other than that, man, everybody else,
Sleepy. Wake up.
Sorry.
Gotta wake up.
So another point I really like in this movie is when they go to see David Arquette or Dewey and how immediately like there's a sadness to it that he's just like living in the trailer and he's separated from,
that's
what's
depressing.
Her name? Yeah, but I do love when he's, they're talking about these murders are happening again and he just tells them, he's like, first off, immediately he's like, how long have you known this guy? She's like, what? He's like, how long have you known him? Never trust the love interest. Every time.
Every time.
And I do like that he like in the end when we find out it was him that he immediately called it.
Yeah.
Like the reveal of like, oh yeah, he was right. Like from the get-go, he fucking knew. The aspect that I found really hilarious with this movie and the kind of social commentary I liked the most was when they have, every movie has their scene where they're going to have a meeting about what the rules are and they're explaining here's what a requel is. It's not quite a remake, but they go through those tropes. I'll see if I can insert the soundbite, hopefully. But I love that they are so clearly, like I remember just laughing my ass off seeing this in theaters because it's so obvious that this was like about the new Star Wars movies, particularly Last Jedi. Like it was all like, And it was like so on the nose, but to me like worked and was worth it and just super funny because I just thought that was brilliant. Everything they were saying and like tapping into like the fandom. And that's what we find out in the end. Like in the end, the killers, it's just like extreme. Like another term I hate is toxic fandom. I kind of think it's really stupid, but that it was their obsession, you know, that made them want to, we're rebooting the franchise in the way we want and all that. And they're just like ultra movie nerds. And I love when they're having that meeting and the twin sister, I forget her name, is explaining like you can't fuck with it because there's people that like grow up on this and it's important to them and they watched it with their family and this is like and it makes me think of like me and Halloween. Like that was very much Halloween for me growing up, was like my shit, you know?
Your favorite movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of like the horror franchises, that was like mine. And very much into the lore and all that. And I just thought that was really funny and like just well executed that in the end. That's what it was, you know? And when he's going all crazy and he's like, you can't fuck with the movies. And I don't know. I got to put the soundbite in, but.
No, this movie, yeah. And I love how they kind of spelled that out for me too, because I was never, since this is the first time that I have watched Scream, any of the movies. I didn't wait, 10 years before watching the next one. It was like the first time. So them going through like the requel, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah. Because I never really, so I like watching the originals and I never really get into like, I watched the sequels, but I never did the requels.
Yeah.
Halloween, no. Friday, like none of them. And now I'm like, oh my God, there really is a whole thing. And I feel like I would be one of those fans that I'm like, fuck the requel. I don't want to watch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think they did such a good job and they're just calling out every single thing it's so true in the horror community and how if you mess up the movies, like you'll get basically canceled. You know what I mean? Like it's done for you.
The internet will come after you.
The internet will come for you.
But it's very brilliantly done too, how it does follow a lot of the same beats from the original movie. Like the opening scene is very similar, but obviously has its updates for like, the 2020s. And the fact that in the end, the party is at the Stumacher house from the first, it's literally the same exact house. I thought like, and when you're getting to that point, I'm like, wait, is it the same house? And then they say it like, oh yeah, it is. It's literally the same exact house. So when they're in there and you're kind of reliving the final, even when they're in the kitchen and they get found out and they're talking about the plan and, she ends up like using the voice modulator and saves the day and all that. I thought was really, really cool. And because I do like Halloween 2018, I actually really enjoy. And I put that, I might do a ranking this year of all the movies. And that one I actually put like, will be like top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this, like, I don't know, just captured that so well. Like they watched Halloween 2018 and are like, oh yeah, we can do a Scream version of this, bring back Neve Campbell and the other key players. And yeah. The kills are pretty interesting too. Like you get a lot of the stabbing and a lot of violence and everyone. It is interesting that Jenna Ortega goes through like so much hell and like survives.
It's so funny, because she's like opening scene. Everybody probably assumed right away like, she's going to get killed. And she survives. And nobody ever survives the opening scene. And she survived, snapped that ankle. And there's a lot, like they've started showing, the classic stab in the stomach where you crunch over. But like, when they showed that scene of him getting stabbed in the neck and it's like the thing, and then he gets his ankle, Jenna Ortega, her ankle stomped on, and it's like,
that part when that dude gets stabbed through the neck is so like raw. I'm like, man, talk about the worst death. And I do like that they brought back, what's her name? Marley Shelton is like the cop. And she, so you get other character. I like how they tied it in with Scream 4 with that too. They didn't just, pass that up. I was almost going to forget to bring up like another moment of what I think is subverting expectations, whether or not they meant for this or not. Maybe it's just me. Is an actor that was in a lot of horror movies and still is, Kyle Gallner, who we all love from Strange Darling.
Hell yeah.
I feel like he's kind of like, this is like lame, but like a Scream King in a way. He's just like in a bunch of horror movies and like kind of came up in that genre. So I like that he's in this and you almost think like he's going to be okay. 'Cause he's been in all these other movies and he's like a lead guy, or at least maybe he'll get killed, but he'll last a while,
Yeah.
or he'll be the hero, like,
No,
you know, or
man.
one of the survivors. And I hear they
Drew Barrymore him.
yeah, yeah, they just like took him out immediately. And I thought that was really interesting and like pretty cool. Which I finally saw Smile and Smile 2, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
I loved Smile. I did not watch Smile 2 yet.
Oh, that's good. It's worth seeing. Yeah.
The Smile
I
one,
liked them both.
It was just so hard, like some of the things to watch. I was just like, like the secondhand embarrassment from watching it in Smile 1.
Oh,
You know,
right, yeah.
like when everybody's like lives start to fall apart, you're just like,
No, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Um,
But I digress.
But yeah, he's in there. That's a good moment. I do like that they tie you into the Randy character from the original movie with like the two nephews or whatever it is. Like, it's very,
That's fun.
it's very contrived or whatever. But I like it. It's like you have to have that person, and he was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
So it's like, again, the requel thing. It's like, yeah, you have to have that person back. So I do like that very much. I mean, I think they nailed it. They nailed it completely.
Yeah, this was definitely a fun one. I love that watching all these movies over time. This one, like I was telling you before, like after watching that, there's so many little hidden Easter eggs throughout the entire thing, which I think is so cool that the directors did that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, this franchise, man, I really wish I jumped on board with it a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
And after watching this, it makes me pay more attention to when I watch the movie, like if I watch the movies again, because I'm going to be looking for all these little details here and there, you know, and it keeps it interesting and fun.
Yeah.
And I think like I almost wanted to not like them, and I can't help it. They're so good. I fucking love them.
Yeah.
Damn it, they got me.
Yeah, they're great, and I put this up with like the best of them for sure, even though it's like a newer one. Because I remember being like, what, why, and then starting to have hope, like, okay, I think I see what they're doing. Because Scream 4, I felt the same way, but it's all right, Wes is involved. It's still Kevin Williamson. So when this one came, it's all right, I get it. It should be fun. And it didn't let up. I don't have anything else to say about it, I think, so we can move on to the next episode. So up next, we'll be talking about Scream 6. And this is one where, because this came out like the next year.
Which is wild, because they usually wait a while, right? Like,
yeah, well, just like the last two, because like, you know, like any other sequel, it's, you get a couple years or whatever, and then it was like, all right, a decade went by, and then another decade, and it's like, okay, that makes sense, it's a requel. So I was very surprised when it was like, oh, we're getting another one like next year. Scream 6. All right, sure.
That was bold. That's very confident of you. Scream 5. You really thought like it was going to go real well. Okay.
So yeah, we will talk about this next. That's a wrap on this one, everybody. Cheers. Thank you for listening to the Drinks in a Movie podcast. You can now find us on Instagram at Drinks in a Movie Pod, where we'll be posting photos from all the various films that we discuss. You can also email us at drinksinamoviepod@gmail.com. Please rate, review, and subscribe, and thank you for listening.